High Plains Technology Center, turning education and training into workplace success.
Oh, back to school, to prove to Dad that I'm not a fool.
High Plains Technology Center, education at the speed of business. School is now in session.
All right, good Wednesday morning. Taylor Burnett back with you, High Plains Technology Center. I've got a couple of guests with me, but this has kind of been a little bit anticipated to see how things are rolling. But it's celebrating the nice weather outside that we have this week, and guess what? It'll probably be brutal next week. But I'm going to let my guests introduce themselves and tell you where they work with us, obviously, but in what department, I guess.
So I'm Dana Goss, and I teach at TAP down at the middle school.
I'm Sheldon Halderman, and this is my first year as a TAP instructor down at the middle school.
So what I've been trying to do is get every one of our new instructors on. Katie got to fill in for me one week when I was gone, and she got that accomplished. Next week, we're going to get it fully accomplished. And, so I'm feeling kind of good with everything. Like Sheldon just said, he is new this year. So, Sheldon, you're new, but you're really kind of not, really. I'm not calling you old.
Yeah. No.
Experience.
I'm actually the youngest instructor down there, but that doesn't say a whole lot.
No, it doesn't.
I've been in education for 21 years. Last 11 years I spent as high school principal at Vici. And I was just looking for a change. My kids graduated; they're off to college. Kind of an empty nest around the house.
Bragger.
And we, I've always been a part of the TAP program. We were part of the pilot program when it came in. With I think us and Moreland were kind of the biggest groups there those first few years.
And Fort Supply.
I was a part of it. When Barclay was talking about putting everything into the building. We went and toured the building, and it was a dump. And then and then they really fixed it up nice. It's nice now. But I brought students up here for the last 7 years, and I've just always been impressed with the program, the things they do with the students, and the results of the students when they come back to the school. So it's just something that I wanted to be a part of.
And we're glad to have you because, right, jack of all trades a little bit, right? Is
Absolutely, and the master of construction. So it is
master of construction, okay.
It is perfect. Technology, well, but construction is amazing. You put us farmers down there, and we got some issues from time to time, but Tony and Phil always to the rescue.
And so when you're talking about the new building, those that don't know, we're actually in 3 buildings, I guess, now at the TAP Center. So, I mean, is that what he showed you when you're like, holy cow? Or
no,
original.
Initially 7 years ago.
So you're talking about the original OG
I
had shop with Coach Jones and Coach Arrington.
Yeah, and it was just storage, and they did a really good job remodeling it and putting it back together.
And so those that might be listening for the first time, hopefully they understand by now, but we always think we have to go back. Explain a little bit about what TAP is, Dana.
Yep. So TAP is offered to 6th graders. They go to Woodward by Miss Deb, she teaches that.
And that is every 6th grader?
Every 6th grader, yes, sir. And then 8th, 9th, and 10th graders from our sending schools. So seven different schools are able to send 8th, 9th, and 10th graders to that program. And then we have some Woodward 8th graders there in the middle. And so we offer it to 6th graders, 8th graders, 9th graders, and 10th graders. And so that is very, very cool.
How many overall students?
On our side, we have 158 a day, and Miss Stedman has 95. It is very, very busy at TAP on a daily basis.
And I'm telling you what, I wish that everybody, because they love just showing it off, number one, but everybody should go and witness it because it's tough. It's a lot, and I'm really literally sitting to my left is the Energizer Bunny, but it can even get to the Energizer Bunny at times.
Mr. Halderman and Mr. Stone and I, well, Miss Stedman, even we all work cattle on a daily basis on the weekend, and some days when these kids hit the door, it's like we're sorting at the sale barn. So, but no, it's great. We have a lot of cool things going on. Miss Stedman and our side as well. We'll get some new students at the break, and so some 8th graders and 6th graders on a semester schedule, so we'll get 60 new students on our side. Miss Stedman will get 95, so if you take that math, and we cover about would be that 400 students a year.
400 students a year.
Close.
Close to that.
I mean, let's think of that in perspective. It's just kind of amazing when it comes down to it. And so, what skills are they kind of learning throughout TAP? With everything.
Right. So how we develop the curriculum at TAP is we look to the teachers at the Tech Center. The teachers at the Tech Center obviously look to industry, and so we can stay abreast on what's going on in our world of place of work, which is our goal, right? Put kids to work, put students to work as they graduate from the Technology Center and their high schools, and so we look to those instructors. Our goal is to fill in the gaps skills-wise so that we know what's going on so they're ready to get certified when they get to the Technology Center, along with the leadership and the soft skill department, because
soft skills, there you go.
That's a place that we all need to learn how to look somebody in the eye, shake a hand, and show up on time.
Even some adults do with everything, right?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
And you kind of say that again for those that don't understand what you do, because I think it's amazing.
So we actually had some guests here this week, and they were here on Monday. Some visitors were, and so we shake their hand as they come in the door. What they were amazed with is that if they came in from a different door, they were looking for one of us three, Mr. Holderman, Mr. Stone, Mr. Rogers, and myself, to shake a hand before they get started. So it's just part of the daily retro. We can tell how it's going to go from the start of the door, and so shaking that hand is a good way to get the day started off right, and it's just a good life skill. Kids need to learn manners and how to look somebody in the eye.
I kind of know what the day is going to start off like with my daughter when I drop her off at 6:30 in the morning.
Right.
Also, I get that.
Yes, sir.
I definitely understand that. And it's the cool thing because, when we talk about soft skills, it's something that is missing, something that isn't talked about. But we're also talking about skills that they can do forever as well. Some of the things that you teach, really automotive. Let's talk about a little bit of that, what you're doing, because I know you're doing some cool things with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go back to the first of the year. That first 9 weeks, we focused on construction and wind energy, and construction is my strong point. I've done it my whole life, been around it my whole life. So with my younger students, first-year students, we do a little small woodworking project. We learn the tools. We learn measurement. They build a little pallet tray out of pallets that we cut up and salvage. And then our older students, we did a little bit of framing, some framing projects,
cool.
Wood framing. Some concrete projects. We had some stuff around the
I should have came
building.
up with a concrete project. I can tell you that much right now.
Yeah, we had some stuff around the building that needed a little bit of work, so we were able to teach it, do some small like paving stone projects, and then we moved on to actually, putting rebar in the hole and pouring some concrete down there. After the construction, we moved into auto mechanics and diesel and multimedia. So Mr. Stone is the master mechanic of the group, so he takes them over in the shop building, gets their hands all greasy and gets them really involved with taking things apart, putting it back together. I'm also a math teacher, so I teach them measurements with calipers, micrometers, how those things work. I do a little bit of driving safety with them, a little unit over driving safety. And right now we're finishing up with a fun project. We are building mousetrap cars to go with our automotive unit.
Sweet. That is awesome.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to have some races, and it's great.
I need to come by and see when
absolutely.
that happens.
And I mean, the kids that are in the lead, they are not sharing their secrets. And when they leave, they're hiding their cars. So it gets pretty competitive. All things are better if it's just a little bit of competitiveness there. It builds confidence, self-esteem, and things that we've got going on like that. And we've added some marketing, did some food trucks with the 8th graders.
Yeah, I saw that. That is, they had the weekend. They had all the food trucks out there, and it was neat to see that, and especially the local one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that came by. Volunteered their time.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's what's amazing, too.
Oh, yes. So that was very cool. And so we're getting ready. We're working on some engineering projects for the car show that's coming up in January. So the kids are making 3D cars. We're printing them on the 3D printer.
And that's January the
19th and 20th.
And 20th, okay.
So shout out to the Woodward Rodders. If you're a car person out there and you want to enter your car, all of that money from the car show goes towards scholarships for students at the Technology Center. And even if you just want to come and hang out with the kids on Friday Saturday or hang out with the adults on Saturday. It's amazing. The car show actually started with 6 cars, and I think last year we had 123. So
Yes. Yeah, there you go.
Very, very cool thing
And it
that
was
we have
full.
going, and it was full, and it was full. So we got a lot of stuff going on. We're doing health this week. Wish me luck on Friday. We're going to do some dissections in class, and we're
really?
going to feed some patients on Thursday. And so
Okay.
we've got a lot going on health wise. The 8th graders are on a fast pace. Woodward 8th graders, because they only have TAP for a semester, so they have to move it along in a pretty good clip so we can get all the programs in before they get a schedule change at the semester.
And so, parents, if you're sitting out there listening, and I don't know if you're picking up some of these key words with things, but everybody talks about STEM, STEAM, STREAM, all this stuff. This is hands-on driven. This is real-life applications that are being delivered for kids from 6th grade to 10th grade. And let's be real. That's what kids need. And this is the best program. Everybody says we talk about TAP a lot. We talk about TAP a lot because it works, and it works because the employees that we have there that do so well. But we're talking about math. Still need that. I tell everybody in the wind industry and oil and gas, still need math whether you're doing it or not. Engineering, you're talking about mousetrap cars. There's things with that. I know you guys have a plasma cutter down there, right?
Oh yeah, we got to get ready for that district mechanics show. We got
See?
we are busy. We are busy at the TAP place. Everybody summed it up. It's really career explorations.
There you go.
STEM every day.
Yeah,
Leadership most important in my opinion.
love it.
Soft skills. But we got to get ready. The kids ready to go to work.
Because, we talk about FFA being tied into. That's where a lot of your roots are. That's where a lot of your roots are as well with things, and that's what is being delivered. And it was gone for a long time in Woodward Public and in our area, and it still is gone. And we brought it back. And I just, until you experience it, until you see it, until you have kids go through it, you really don't understand it. But parents and community, this is helping our youth. And that's the coolest thing. If you put time into the youth and you show them what to really kind of get accomplished, heck, to shake a hand and make eye contact, not look down to your phone, that's probably one of the biggest things in the world, in my opinion.
For sure. The parents that are listening, if your student's in TAP right now, the Creed contest is tomorrow.
Yep.
During class, and we have judges coming from the Technology Center out. All the kids. So
be
we
drilling them tonight.
Be drilling them tonight. We actually wrote a creed that's specific to the TAP Creed, but we took some parts of all the CTSOs from the Oklahoma Career Tech organization, some parts and pieces from all their creeds, and so we have a TAP Creed, and the kids memorize it and recite it.
So you're both going to be ready for the break, too, even though after Thanksgiving you had a little bit of a break, right?
Yeah, but when you hit the door at 7:30, I think, I don't know, we're busy.
Yeah, I know you. Because let's talk about that. We talk about 140 students.
158.
158 hands-on. Sorry, see, she's going to remember. I'm going to be and hands-on with instructors on both sides. And that's the thing, you kind of treat it a little bit like college. Miss Stedman's on the one side where I used to eat lunch in the cafeteria,
right,
but everybody else kind of floats around, and I think that's what's neat as well.
Right. Yeah, without the guys, all of them, we have Mr. Halderman, Mr. Stone, Mr. Dale, Mr. Rogers that float around. Miss Stedman, she lays ground and plants herself over in her room. My stomping ground's right there in mine. The guys, it's like their honeydew list and which room do they got to be in next. But they're
barking
awesome.
Orders let's be real.
Well,
it's barking orders.
No, we don't try to bark.
No,
You think we bark, Mr. Halderman? I think Mr. Halderman's got to pour some coasters this week as well.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I haven't heard that yet.
We get TAP Club this week, so it's been busy too.
Well, and it's like I said, hands-on driven, and you're learning. These kids are learning even how to change a tire, how to rotate tires, how to do just life skills that everybody should know. And then when they get to our place, they can expound upon those and learn at a more rapid pace.
Right.
Right. That's the end result.
Yep.
Okay, what's the one thing that has shocked you since you kind of were on the outside, kind of not on the outside, and here you are really entrenched in the inside now?
Oh, I'd say the biggest parts are just the numbers and the interest in the program. It's just, I tell people that ask me, well, how's your new job going? I say, well, I get to play play with toys all day long. But I get to play with
Braggart,
them
once again.
with 30 students looking over my
That's
shoulder.
cool.
So it's intense. We tell people we don't have a textbook. We just the expertise of the individuals working there. Miss Goss just kind of tells us what we need to do next week, and we put it together and do it.
Well, kudos to you, and I know as well as kudos to the staff because they, everybody has an integral part in this. Everybody is fully invested.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's the only way it really makes it work. But kudos to everybody down there at the TAP building. I'm really, it's just like one of the proudest moments in the world. So.
Well, we're proud to be a part of it. I'll tell you that we got the best crew around, in our opinion.
No
And
doubt.
We all get along real good. We help each other out. It's a great place to work, and the TAP Center it's really awesome.
All right. Well, let you guys get back to the hustle and bustle this morning. So thanks for joining me.
You bet.
Everybody have a great day.
All right, you guys as well.
Thank you.